What's the scene, people? This is Matthew and
Julian
and
Summer.
3 members of the Trini Critics League. Yes, we're official now.
Yeah.
And this is our special Oscar review, but this is going to be a little bit different here. As the title suggests, we are talking about the best picture, the one that truly matters here. Call Me By Your Name,
Julian.
Darkest Hour,
Yeah.
Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
For my third, I would say The Post, because I saw
Okay.
that recently and I was really impressed. I think it's very relevant for what's going on today in the media. And there's also a strong feminist message in that movie as well that I related to with Meryl Streep's character.
Right.
You know, I didn't even, it's not so much the directing because it's Spielberg, so I'm expecting it to be at that level. But I didn't expect to connect with the story that much because I forced myself to watch it because it's not really in my wheelhouse. But I was really impressed with the story. So yeah, that's my thing.
Okay.
My third, I will go with The Shape of Water. Just for the type of movie it is, it's a kind of a fantasy romance. And I mean, while the story is not, something we've never seen before, it's just, everything is just so well done. The leads, so good, the effects, everything, the humor in it, not the action, but the dramatic elements of it. I just loved it. Just the entire look of it. And I love Guillermo del Toro. I think he's a visionary.
I adore Guillermo.
Yeah.
I'm
he is
ashamed
the
to
man.
say I
He's the
have
actor.
not seen Shape yet because it dropped the same week with Black Panther here.
Why,
Okay.
Trinidad?
Yeah.
Why? Come on.
We didn't get these movies a bit earlier.
Yeah.
So, and I love sci-fi, I love fantasy. So to see sci-fi film up there for Best Picture, I mean, that is an accomplishment. I love it. I don't think it's going to win, but I love it, and that's why it's my number 3.
All right. Well, funny thing is, your number 3 is my number 3.
Oh.
Yes, The Shape of Water. I'm a huge Guillermo del Toro fan as well.
Guillermo.
Guillermo.
Guillermo. Say it, roll the R.
Guillermo. Okay. Not thinking about them 2 L's, but whatever, right? So, to me, this is his most American movie to date. It has little to no European influence except for Russian characters, as well, I'd say. But this really feels like one of those 1950s, creature features, those sci-fi flicks. But just
The
with
creature in the Black Lagoon.
yeah, creature from the Black Lagoon,
Yeah.
perfect influence right
So
there.
Beauty and the
But
Beast.
yeah, and it just has, but it has more of a, a romantic and a more social side to it. There's lots of things going on, a little too much in my opinion. But I think this is Del Toro's most accessible work to date. Not saying it's the best thing he's ever done, but I'm glad that he got a nomination for this film for Best Picture and for Best Director. So if he wins for both or either one, I'll be happy. I'll be totally pleased.
My number 2, I'm struggling with this one because I adore this movie. It's Darkest Hour.
Oh, okay.
I really love this film. I love the look of this film. I was completely drawn in and I felt that sense of tension and worry and I wasn't even there. It's like, it felt like this is what these people really went through. And I know there's a lot of embellishment with the character in terms of speeches made and stuff that weren't actually made at that time and that sort of thing.
I'd love to believe those things happen, but it's a movie. So.
But as a story, it delivered for me. And oh my gosh, everything else, the production value, direction, cinematography, costume. Gary Oldman was just the icing on the cake.
Oh yeah.
Of perfection.
Best actor. Best
Yes,
actor.
his Winston Churchill was amazing. And if my number 1, my number 2, I'm a happy camper. So Darkest Hour is my number 2.
So I think you were copying from my homework. 'Cause my number 2 is also Darkest Hour. I've been a fan of Oldman. He's a chameleon. He can, he can do anything, just become any character. And I've loved him in pretty much everything he's been in. He's just so witty and so powerful, and you felt like it felt like you were watching a Winston Churchill documentary.
Yeah.
It was that powerful. And it's called Darkest Hour, and how they shot it as well too. I love the lighting of the film.
That's true.
It's like you're watching like old historical reels as well too.
Yeah, good point. Very good point.
So it really does suck you in, and the Academy love historical films. They love biopics. They love that. So I know it's going to be up there, and that's why it's my number 2.
So speaking of Best Actor, my number 2 is Phantom Thread.
Daniel
because Daniel Day-Lewis has a huge chance of snatching that Oscar from Gary Oldman. I love Gary Oldman to death, but I think Daniel Day-Lewis has a chance to take that award because he just absolutely killed it here. I don't know if this is his final performance. God forbid.
I feel like there should be a rule now that says, Meryl and Daniel, you've won enough. Give somebody else a
You're
chance.
the Marshall Montana of acting. Just leave Soccer Monarch. All right, Daniel Day-Lewis and Meryl
Somebody
Streep.
else.
How many trophies do you want?
Think of the other nominees like, oh God, I'm going up against
Fucking
Daniel.
damn.
I
Meryl
know,
Streep.
boy. But yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis just kills it again with the
Right,
movie.
right.
I mean, I absolutely love this movie. I didn't expect to love it as much as I did, but I was blown away by the cinematography, the music, which is so brilliant. I love the score for this. That's my pick for best original score, by the way. The acting is on point. The direction from Paul Thomas Anderson is on point. If he wins, I'll be glad. I'm not too sure if he'll win Best Picture, but yeah, this is one of Paul Thomas Anderson's best works, and please don't sleep on this movie. Please watch Phantom
You're making
Thread.
me
That's my number
excited.
two.
I want to go and watch it now.
Yeah, it's great.
I want to watch it
fabulous.
too.
Again, it's
I
not
love
something
Daniel.
I would seek out, but now you're making me feel like I have to see this movie.
Once I hear Daniel Day-Lewis, I'm like,
Right.
I have to
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
it.
it's-
Right,
The
it's
a
man
must,
is
it's a must.
a god of acting. It's
Yeah.
great.
So number one. Right. So since you're the last to drum the table, what is your number one pick?
3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Ah,
That
yes.
movie just, oh my goodness, what is there to see? The acting, Frances McDormand. I hope she wins Best Actress, right?
She win.
I'm a huge fan of Sam Rockwell, so I kind of biased. There's nothing wrong he could do in my book, but just that was a movie where I think it's the most real people and not characters. I love that about this movie. There's no black and white. Everything is gray. You hate a character one moment and you love them the next. Woody Harrelson, everybody brought their A game, with the exception of the guy who played her son. We're gonna leave him on the side.
Let's just forget about
His
him.
his name is Lucas Hedges. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
They need to stop trying to make him happen.
But this movie is so strong that he did not affect anything for me in this film.
Right.
And I would love for this film to win. Like I said, this is our darkest hour for me.
All right.
And it's one of those movies, sometimes you see an Oscar nominated film. It's not a film you would seek out again and again.
Yeah.
I would watch this again and again. So
All right.
that's my number one pick.
Your number one is.
She copying again. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. I went into this movie not knowing what to expect, and this movie took me for a ride. This is
Yeah.
a serious drama. This is a hilarious comedy.
Absolutely.
What I love about this movie is that the movie it starts in one direction and then it veers off in another direction and it veers off again, and that might be bad for some films, but this movie does it so expertly and it makes such sense. It's like, okay, I can see why that person did that. I
Yeah.
can see why that, and you enjoy where it's going. And at the end of the movie, at the end of some movies, you feel unsatisfied. It's like, I wanted more. This movie, you want more just because you enjoy the entire ride.
Yes.
As someone said, the acting is phenomenal. The writing, the dialogue is
Yes.
strong. It's punchy.
Yes.
It's some serious, wonderful dark humor. And as you said, it feels like this is something that could really happen, and the characters
Yeah.
behave
Yes.
like real people.
Yes.
And after this movie, I remember watching my wife, and I told her, it's up for Best Picture, and she's like, yeah, these are Best Picture kind of movies. So that's my wife's seal of approval. And so I seriously think it is going to win, and it should win Best Picture.
All right. So 3 critics for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Yes, this is my pick for Best Picture of the year. Everything they say here is true. The acting is superb. Frances McDormand
We
must
didn't plan
win.
this, by the way.
No, we did.
We
No,
didn't.
no,
No copying, no copying.
No. Frances McDormand must win Best Actress.
Oh, yeah.
She must win. Sam
Otherwise we
Rockwell,
revolt.
Best Supporting Actor. And I'm glad that Woody Harrelson is nominated for the same award as well, because I thought that his character was just as great, if not better, than Sam Rockwell's.
Yeah.
I love how unpredictable the story was, how great these characters were. You kind of like them at one point in time, and then you hate them at the next. They do bad things, they say bad things. Oh boy, the dialogue in this is crazy. But you do feel some sort of sympathy for these characters, and this is something that really caught me off guard. Thoroughly love the story, I love the script. Yes, rooted for the script to win for best, I think it's best original screenplay, whatever it is. Yeah, I just want this thing to just sweep a ton of awards though. But if it doesn't, if it win a couple, whatever, but I just want it to win Best Picture and Best Actress, and of course Best Supporting Actor, of course. But yeah, so 3 for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Guys, if you haven't seen it,
One of the things
please watch
they
it.
said too about the characters, is that I found refreshing and surprising. I hated every single one of these people.
I like that.
Different
Like
points,
teasing.
yeah.
You know?
That's it.
At different
Because-
times,
At
yeah.
different times, because you know normally you have, okay, this is the protagonist, this is the antagonist, this is who I'm supposed to be. No, everybody did stuff that is like, ugh, really, and it
Yeah.
is like, oh my gosh, yes, I love you. It was real people.
Yeah, it was.
You
It
know?
was. Yeah.
That is refreshing.
yeah.
So
That's it.
make
So-
sure and watch 3 Billboards. Go and watch
Yes,
it in
go and
cinemas.
see it. Go and
Yeah.
see it.
All
If it's
of
still in
these
cinema, go
movies,
see
you
it.
should check them out if you haven't seen them. Don't
Yeah.
do like me and still see it. Still have to see Shape of Water.
Yeah, I mean, it's showing
They-
right
it
now
showed
with
too late. It
yeah,
just
why
came out.
came out with Black Panther? Like that makes no sense. Come on, come on, cinemas of Trinidad and Tobago, do better than that, man. Jeez. All right, so that's it. So until next time, guys. Was he seen? Later.